So today, like, you want to work on your iron, so we're going to focus on the iron game. And then we'll just start off hitting some wedges.
Okay.
And trying to see what your ball flight is and try to identify some things to help you with improving it.
Great.
Just a little tiny push there, huh?
Yeah, that was not, wasn't dead straight.
Your alignment looks pretty good.
Feet, shoulders,
Yeah.
hips.
You take that, right?
Yeah, that's good stuff. I don't know if we, yes, but yes, ball,
Good. I'll let you stand back here. I'm gonna make a couple of swings. So, like typically with an iron shot, you know, so especially your wedges and in your shorter irons, you're gonna be closer to the ball, and we're using a shorter club. So, you know, it's gonna give us a more upright swing. So, the thing I see just from a few shots here and maybe hitting that occasional push is when you take your backswing, we have to be kind of make sure we don't take the club too far inside too fast, because that's going to make us come in shallow and miss the ball. You know, it's going to make us push the ball.
Okay.
Just the opposite, if I took it too steeply on the backswing, you know, I might pull the ball. It's going to influence the face angle. So I think you're probably, for like a wedge shot, a little too far from the ball.
Okay.
And then that influences how the club goes in.
Makes
So
sense.
obviously, the closer I am to the ball, I'm going to go back straighter. The farther
Take
away
it
from
steeper and square.
Yeah. So a shorter club, I mean, these are more upright. We're going to be swinging more on a up and down plane.
Okay.
So let's take advantage of that, and we might be able to get these balls going a little straighter onto the target.
Great.
So as far as setup goes, you know, I would just a good way to get the right distance from the ball so we're not too far is just holding the club like parallel to the ground, and then bending from the waist with a little knee flex. And I think you just kind of tend to get a little too far from it, and that lets the club swing a little
I'm
too
an old
much.
hockey player, and I always tend to hit him like a slap shot.
Yeah. So right now you're on, if you hold the club up parallel to the ground, you know, say we're on a horizontal plane, and we're just trying to get you to bend from the waist. There you go. A little knee flex, a little more weight in the balls of your feet. A little closer to the ball.
Just try to take it straight up.
Straighter back, yeah. So I want to keep the club head, let you hold on to it. The club head outside our hands, just a little longer. When this club starts going back in behind us, that's going to
There's
come
too much
in.
variation.
Yeah, the face is going to come in. The face is going to open and close more than you want. So we're just going to try to take it a little straighter back, so it'll be a little steeper on contact. Nice. So this is how these guys are making these big giant divots when you see them hit shots. You might pick the ball more. Yeah, so that's shallow contact. Shallow contact. I'm not going to be able to make a huge divot. You know, I'm exaggerating.
Yeah,
you know,
I understand.
But so I'm just trying to get the club to go back straighter back, so I can come down a little steeper. This is super important for wedges and shorter clubs.
I think I don't stand up straight enough.
Now, if you do this with a driver, you're going to hit across it, hit a big slice.
Yeah.
If you're farther away from a driver, the club sits flatter to the ground. It's longer and flatter, but a shorter club,
You want to bring it in a little bit.
we want to bring it in. We want to hit down on this. We want to be a little more vertical. Give you a couple tries.
Yeah, it feels a little tight to me, but that's just not surprising. Does that look like the right distance right there?
There you go. Just bend from the waist from there. So we're just trying to change like the rate at which the club goes back. So we're just gonna try to feel like the club's gonna go back a little straighter.
Steeper angle. Was I still pulling that in
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. I want to get back. I want to go over that ball.
Yeah, exactly. So go ahead and hold on to it. So I want to feel like I'm going there versus club goes in too fast. And now it's like my body's kind of in my way, I'm kind of sliding. So if I take the club back a little steeper, it's easier to kind of clear my body. Yeah, exactly.
I think one of the problems with my worst shots are that my hips don't get clear. Like my hips are like locked up or something.
Yeah, so
I'm trying to guide it, I think.
When that club gets too far behind you, you don't have any room. If that club's going back straight now, you can let your body turn.
You know what I'd love to see is at impact, where your hips are at impact. Your shoulders and hips at impact. Belt buckle as on the ball at impact?
No, I think it should
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But when it's back here,
you're just trying to get your arms out
sliding. Of the way. We want to make sure we're body's rotating through the ball. So set up closer to the ball so we can take it back a little straighter. We're going to try to take it straighter back. There you go. That's a great way to feel it right there. Nice. So we see like a lot of guys on TV, they'll take these little practice swings,
Yeah.
Well, if they, what they're trying to do is make sure they don't go too far
inside.
Basically at waist high, you want the shaft right over your toes. If it's back in behind you, you're going to tend to come in too shallow.
Fighting to get it back.
So, I think for for these wedge shots, feeling a little more like you're almost taking it outside to exaggerate it a little bit right now. Good.
Where I would take a better divot to that swing too.
And the ball's going to come off. I mean, since you're hitting down steeper, you're going to have a little less loft on it. You're coming down on it. You should be able to
get trapping it better. I
yeah.
assume too. Yeah.
The ball should be compressed a little better.
Sure.
You don't have to. When it gets behind you, you're kind of playing catch up or flipping at it.
Sure.
So that when it gets behind you, the face is staying open. Then you're doing something to square it with your hands.
Sure.
I want to take it back straighter and just rotate my body through. There you go. Good. So I'm going to stop this.